Come on. Why won't it start? Finally. Going to give me a rough time, I guess. Alright, now what's your problem? Come on. Oh, Jesus Christ. I just redid it. You know, sometimes it's just gotta be aggravating. Fucking Oculus. Why it keeps losing its goddamn fucking place. It's just really fucking ridiculous. Constantly having to reset up the floor level. Constantly. Every time you use it. Just doesn't make sense. Pretty basic part of the goddamn system. But yet every time it loses the floor level. A piece of junk programming everybody does nowadays. Oh, come on, you goddamn piece of shit. Swear to God. Just to aggravate you. How in the hell every time you start your Oculus up does it lose its fucking memory? That is just about the stupidest thing in the world. It's not that it's a big thing to redo it, it's just that you shouldn't have to do it every time you restart it. Now I'll be coming in here with a crime stat because fucking people are idiots. Or CIG's a bunch of idiots. Mobile glass.
Open mobile glass.
Now it says I don't have one. What the hell? Logged out last time because I landed on a pad that they assigned to me and it gave me a crime stat. Now it says I don't have one. Unbelievable. Don't understand why Star Citizen has got to be as bad as Oculus when it comes to programming. I guess life could be worse.
Hi, welcome to the store.
No store there, lady. No store. It's got a bunch of perverts lurking in corners. Yeah, obviously. Oh, you got two of them. Look at that. Yep, okay. Yeah, they got a terrific AI in this game. It is just so impressive. Just works so well. Yep. Of course, we don't have enough fog in the game, you notice? I really think they should add some more. I'm picking on CIG today. Yes, I am. Because they need to be picked on. Mobile glass.
Open mobile glass.
They want you to believe. See, I don't even know where I'm at. But obviously I'm not where I want to be. Close mobile glass.
Closing mobile glass.
Obviously, I gotta waste time today to get somewhere. Still got this screwed up, I see. Yay! Star Citizens is still all fucked up.
How is it in VR? I hear it's not made for it or very compatible.
You know what? It's not made for it. You have to use Vorpex to get it to work. But if you get it set up right, it's very good. The people who tell you it don't work have not a clue how to make it work. I wish I could, I forgot what pad it was on. I wish I could record it in 3D.
What is it called?
Vorpex. V-O-R-P-X. But you have to use that program to get it to run. And I think it's very good. Now, it is system-based. I mean, how good your computer is. You do have to have, I won't say a supercomputer, but you do have to, I don't even know why I should have looked. But if you get it set up right, I think it works very well. I like it. I won't even play it without being
You're pretty
in VR.
savvy for an old man.
Well, you do enough things enough times, you eventually get it something right. Now this isn't it. We're still too far away. Yes. Whoops.
Haha.
Yes, practice, practice, practice. Okay, let's try pad 1. I forgot the look. Yeah, this must be it. Don't normally get put on pad 1. But,
what are you using to text to voice?
I use Restream Chat, and I have it set so when you type, it goes to voice so I can hear it, because being as I'm in my HMD, of course, I cannot read the chat on the flat screen. And it will not show up on your HMD, your chat.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I use Restream Chat, and it has a feature that you can make it text to speech. That's exactly how I can hear when somebody types in something. Okay, things are not working. Why is it being such a pain here? This server must be borked. But yeah, the 3D, see, we're not even climbing the ladder. This server is not in good shape.
What VR are you using?
Headset, Rift S. And I'm using, like I say, Vorpex, and I have it running in adaptive mode. And the 3D, I mean, you can't see the 3D. It just looks like to you that it's, you know, it looks like a flat panel. But it's really, it's very nice when you get it set up right. Now, the limitations you have in the game are the same in VR. Like when you're in your cockpit, you know, you can't look behind you like this. I can only look to the edge of the screen. But that's the game itself. It doesn't allow you to look 360 degree when you're in your ship. However, when you're on foot, you can't. You can turn all the way around.
What setting do you recommend for Vorpex?
I have a short tutorial. In fact, I just made a new one for updated settings for all the new drivers and stuff they've added. It's on my YouTube station. It's only about 8 minutes long, but it's real easy to set up. I recommend right now, which I've never used before because it didn't work this well, is Z Adaptive Mode, Immersive Settings, Immersive Screen Settings.
Can you put your link to it?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I can. Hang on a minute here. Let's see if I can do this. So let me bring up. Come on, open up. Open up, open up. Stay up there, headset. All right. Okay. Copy. Okay, we're going to this is going to be a very short stream, not going to be long. I set up some new settings, been playing with it. So let me show you what they are. It works almost as good as running it in geometry without the frame rate hit.
Why won't
As
you
far
let
as
me
3D.
paste in chat?
Just load it in.
Well, I got a workaround for that. Hang on. Won't let me paste in chat here, but I can have it. I can put it in Discord and then
https://www.youtube.com/watch v=3hoetsch.
And I really like this
I gotta
setup
close
now.
this
I
window
used to
here.
never do it this way, but I will show you what I've
That should have gave you a listing.
If you're interested in giving it a try,
Close that. We'll go back in the game.
I really need to get the second monitor set up so I don't have to keep tabbing shit around. And I have it, I just haven't put it up. See how lazy you can be. Alright. Startup.
Acknowledged.
Okay, let me close out this game chat. Mobile glass.
Open Mobiglass.
Close mobile glass.
Closing Mobiglass.
Close comms.
Comlink closed.
Takeoff.
Ascending. Retracting modules.
That should have
Handing
linked
you
it
the
into
com.
chat. I used Discord to do it. For some reason it wouldn't let me completely off chat, so I had to kind of work around it. Range.
Collecting data.
Oh, where the hell we at anyway? I don't have any of the missions I want. Yeah. Let me think here. Star map.
Thank you.
Star map.
Activating now.
It's really, you have to be familiar with WarpX, I guess, but it's really not that hard to, let's go. Wow, we're way out here. That figures. And we don't have any delivery missions? Let's just go into Hearst. Close Star map.
Affirmative.
But those are actually the settings I'm using right now. They've had driver changes and all that stuff, updates on different programs. And that seems to be the best 3D for the best frame rate right now. Gimbals.
Actioned.
Jump.
Jumping.
You do have to be able to get decent frame rates without running it in VR. VR, you do take a hit regardless. I would say you have to at least be able to get...
What's a gimbal?
Weapons. The gimbals, this ship doesn't have them, but I can still lock the weapon pip. But gimbals I have fixed weapons on this right now instead of gimbals. But with gimbal weapons, you can aim with your headset. Where I look is where the weapons shoot. They're called gimbal weapons. And there are three modes of being gimbaled. The first mode is actually sets them as fixed weapons. The second mode fixes them as binds them to your headset, so when you shoot where you look. And the third is what they call an auto, where it's actually they auto fire the gimbals for you within a certain sphere, about 10 degrees. If you have a target locked, it will automatically fire the gimbals toward the ship you're attacking versus you not having to aim. And I just have voice attack set up so that when I say gimbals, it changes the mode it's in. Fixed weapons are more powerful. You can put bigger size guns on them. Gimbaled weapons are more versatile, but it takes longer to destroy something. But they're also a whole lot easier to use. Mobile glass.
Open Mobiglass.
See if we got anything now. Yay! Look at this. Now we got all kinds of missions. Let's find one that's close. No, we're not going to Warville Gate. Okay, this won't work. We'll go ahead and close mobile glass.
Closing Mobiglass.
I need to earn a couple thousand credits to buy a Helix mining head. Okay, this is going to be tricky. I don't really like how far away this is. Range. Range.
Collecting data.
Now we're supposed to want to go to Edmond here, so why aren't we? There it is. We should be. Hopefully this will not run us through the planet. It might. This might kill us. Navigation system is kind of buggy. Jump.
Jumping.
This may be close enough to the center of the planet that it might run me right through the planet. Probably should have hit an orbital marker and gone part way around to be safe, but what's the worst can happen if I do? But no, this is going to work. Yeah, I try not to jump to anywhere that's on the far side of the planet toward the middle, because 10 to 1 it tries to take you right through the planet. It's not a good experience. We just start all over. All right. One thing especially nice about running in your headset.
What other game do you like?
I mess around a little bit with Elite Dangerous, not a whole lot. I'm really looking forward to Dual Universe coming out. I continually play all the Tomb Raider games in VR and with Tobii eye tracking. I like RPGs.
How about DCS World?
Yes, I play DCS World. I play X-Plane 11. I like them all. I can't hardly wait for Flight Sim 2020 to come out. That's the one I'm really looking forward to. Although I don't know if it's going to be in VR yet. I haven't heard. Everybody talks about it, but I haven't heard nothing about VR. I can't imagine they would release it without VR, but I have not. I don't know that for a fact. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to 2020. Landing mode.
The landing gear is down. Locked.
I get carried away on the stick here. Oh. Come on, a jumper.
People tend to get sick in VR.
Frame rates. Whoa. Cruise control.
Affirmative.
Okay, now why did that kick on? I still have something screwed up in voice attack, because it should not have done that. Luckily I was paying attention, so I didn't crash. But yeah, frame rates are the key in VR. But you know what? Anybody who's susceptible to seasickness, motion sickness, VR will make them seasick, or it will give you motion sickness. Bad frame rates are the biggest cause, but even if you have good frame rates, you can easily in VR get motion sickness, because it does fool your brain into thinking you're actually doing all the movement. In VR, unlike on a flat stream, like here in VR, when I fly close to the ground and stuff, or whenever there's an easy point of reference, it feels like you're moving. So you can make yourself sick. I happen to be one of the lucky ones that I don't.
Have you tried Resident Evil in VR?
No, I haven't. I have not. I have tried Alien Isolation in VR. I don't know if you've done that, but that's a lot of fun. And it actually natively supports VR too. People don't know it, but there's a code that you can enter into the game that enables its VR.
Resident is very scary.
Yes. And Sensuous Sacrifice, have you tried that in VR? That will give you the willies. That's another VR game that is, I haven't finished it, but I have, I've played with it, and it will startle you. It will make you jump. One thing about VR, it's not like playing on a monitor. The horror games will scare the shit out of you. So like I say, I won't hardly play games anymore without VR. There's some of them, I do have Tobii eye tracking, and there's some games that are fun with Tobii eye tracking. But for the most part, I have to be able to run it in VR before I enjoy it. I do not enjoy playing Star Citizen off a flat top monitor. This is not working. Sometimes this server's just not in very good shape. See, I can tell by where it says there's now the pickup at least went to the top here. So let's try it again. Yeah, I can tell by the way things are acting. There it goes. The server's just not really keeping up. That Star Citizen, would it make any difference if I was in VR or not? But yeah, I'm a big VR fan. I know people say it's a fad, it's this, it's that, but I got news for it. It's not a fad, it's just enjoyable.
I have VORPs running. How do I launch SC on VR?
If it's running, to launch it, all you need to do is it will hook automatically. Just launch Star Citizen. Just hit the launcher, hit launch, and it will hook it automatically. Have you downloaded the profile? You'll need to download the profile. Open the main panel and go to cloud. You'll see the general, you'll see cloud. You have local cloud profiles, open cloud, type in Star Citizen and look for the 2012 program. It will actually be VorpX's own program. Ignore the rest of them. But that's the profile. You'll need to download that cloud profile to get it working. I don't know that it's included automatically. Start up.
Acknowledged.
I just dropped the package. I'm talking and not paying attention.
I have Star Citizen 2 profile with CIGlauncher.exe.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the right one is.
And Star Citizen with SCEXE.
Yeah, no. I mean, not the launcher itself. It will hook automatically. Where your profiles are at, it'll say cloud profiles. Let me get this in here. I can tell you exactly where it is here as soon as I get this cleared out. Okay, let me close the door. Alright, hang on. I think I can do this with Star Citizen running. I think. Where's my mouse? Come on, mouse. You know, you're just trying to give me a rough time here. There it is. I want to configure pause watcher. Let's configure. Should bring it back up without killing the stream. Maybe yes. Okay, open up the configuration, VorpX config, and you'll see on the left hand side you'll see start page, general, local profiles, and cloud profiles. click on Cloud Profiles. Where it says Game and App, type in Star Citizen.
Got the cloud profile.
Okay, open that up and then go to, and you open up Cloud Profiles. Just click it, it'll open it up. And then where it says Game and App, type in Star Citizen. And it should have a cloud profile called Star Citizen Vorp X. That's the one made by Ralph, who is the creator of Star Citizen. Highlight it. All the other ones you can ignore.
I have it downloaded.
You have it already downloaded? Make sure you import it. Once it's import, just hit apply and close. Okay, now all you have to do is start your launcher and it should work. And it should automatically hook to Star Citizen. It should load up in your HMD automatically now. That's all you have to do to get it to hook Star Citizen. Takeoff.
Ascending. Retracting modules. Handing you the con.
Cruise control.
Affirmative.
Some altitude.
How did you get your voice attack to work so well with your voice?
It took some training. Also, I made my own command profile. I'm using Eden sound files from that voice pack, but I am not using their command files. I actually made my own command files the way I wanted them, and then I trained Windows to understand them. Yeah, I tried using the HCS pack as was, and I was not happy with the results. So I actually made my own command profiles, and that simplifies them. I mean, they've got such a mess of everything in there that mine are really simple, and so it works very well now. I mean, there are times for some reason it doesn't work as well. I have no idea. It's probably me. Star map.
Activating now.
Okay. Why? I'm at Hearst. Where is the drop off? $26 million kilometers, but yet it's not showing up nowhere. Yeah, this is kind of bogus here for whatever reason. Close star map.
Affirmative.
Something is range. This server's a bit screwed. Range.
Collecting data.
Jump.
Jumping.
Now, something ain't right with this server. Gimbals.
Actioned.
Well, first of all, see my ladder's still up. Gimbals. Yeah, this server is baked. But that's Star Citizen. I might get away with getting be able to deliver this before it crashes fully. Yeah, this server has some pretty good size issues on it right now. You see HUD ladders up here on my visor. It should not be there. That should be cleared. Like I say, the server is not running very well. It's screwing everything up. Star map didn't register where I was supposed to go. You would think, being it's daytime here in the U.S., I'm on a U.S. server, it wouldn't be that crowded, but obviously this server's been up so long it needs to crash. Unfortunately, that's part of Star Citizen.
Says it's attaching to starcitizen.exe. Does it take a long time?
It depends. It doesn't take long to attach. What takes long is Star Citizen to load up. I mean, it'll attach. How long has it been attaching? I mean, all it's really waiting for is Star Citizen to load up.
Yet it's not attaching.
Did Star Citizen load up?
Yet.
Does it say Vorpex on the screen anywhere? Not in your headset, but on the flat screen? You do have your headset running, right?
No.
You have to start your headset or it can't attach. Or it'll try to start it automatically.
Yes, Oculus Rift S.
So it didn't attach.
No Vorps on screen. Yes, VR is on.
Fine, it's done.
What happens when you put your headset on? What's it show you? Does it just show you your... Let me get here and we'll...
VR just shows Oculus Menu.
Okay, so it didn't. There's no reason for it not to hook. Let me get here and I'll show you what it looks like in my virtual headset when you load the game. We got to get up here, but 2 million kilometers, not far. But it should hook automatically. As long as the cloud profile, you have to have the cloud profile imported. It has to know what it's looking for. Almost there. Now, it would be nice if you could just log out while you're in QT, but you can't. Range.
Collecting data.
Gimbals.
Actioned.
Range.
Collecting data.
Come on. What are you giving? See, this server is just booked. Range.
Collecting data.
Key presses aren't working. Jump.
Jumping.
All right, almost. Can't believe that ladder's up. Come on, you're getting range here sooner or later. Permission to land.
Approach protocols engaged.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Close mobile glass.
Closing mobiGlass.
Landing mode.
The landing gear is down and locked.
Whoa, slow down there, buddy. Okay.
Landing complete.
Exit seat.
Affirmative.
All right, all right. We'll for this, and then we'll log out, and then we'll show you how it logs in. Okay, come on, walk a little faster. Come on. Come on. Let's go, elevator. Haven't got all day. Find the admin office. Where would it be? Find the bay. Upstairs. Come on, buddy, get out of the way. Just get out of the way. Looks like it's upstairs. Admin. Alright. Let's hopefully this will work and then we can come on. Da, 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 da. Okay, that's a done deal. Come on. Okay, let's log out here. And we'll go to virtual desktop. Virtual desktop. Okay. This is exactly what it'll do when it hopefully you can see this. I have the mirror running here in the background, but that's not nothing you'll have on. All you'll have on right now should be is launch game. Double check your can double check your VorpX setting. General, this is what you should have set up on general. Make sure you have your device selection correctly. Nothing else. Make sure you check don't optimize game settings. Check that. You do not want VorpX to screw around with Star Citizen game settings, so it's easy just to turn it off. Nothing else really matters. Enable expert settings. Always nice to have them, to be able to use them. Just hit apply and close. Okay, and then all you do is launch the game. You shouldn't have to do anything else, and it'll give you an here in a minute. Star Citizen little thing comes up. It should say VorpX. You saw that VorpX attaching, and then it starts loading the game into your headset. You do not have to have your headset on for it to load into your headset. Even if I take it off, it's going to keep loading. It doesn't matter. And that's pretty much all it takes to
Yeah, mine's not attaching.
there's no reason it would not attach. Like I say, you start the program. Okay, let me go back here. And you do have the cloud profile installed in VorpX in the control panel. Let's bring back up the config system. Let's move this over in front of the screen under cloud profiles. You could say Star Citizen. Yeah. And this profile right here should be imported. If I import it, I'll overwrite mine, but that's the one you want to use. This one here, it's the official profile. All these others are things people, they're really not very good. Trust me on this. But Star Citizen VorpX official profile version 20.1.0. This is the one you want to. You want to import it. You want to import that profile and hit apply and close. And that's this, and you should have no trouble attaching now to the launcher. I mean, don't attach to the launcher, but the launcher will be up. You should be able to launch the game, and it should attach. I mean, you still have to do all your settings and stuff, but that's all VorpX needs to be able to attach to Star Citizen. Should be.
I'm in.
There you go. I mean, that's the easy
I
part.
restarted Vorps and it works now.
Okay, maybe it just didn't update. Or it may, oh, it usually, yeah, usually when you make change a setting, it's pretty good picking it up. But obviously just needed to do a restart. And the game does not take any longer to load when you're running it in VR. It still takes the same amount of time.
How do I bring up Vorps menu in game?
Delete key. Now, when I'm in FPS mode on the ground, I use a 360 Xbox controller because I just think it's so much easier than trying to play with a keyboard when you're in Vortex. But yeah, the delete key will bring up the Vortex menu. And if you're using an Xbox controller, the left stick will. But pressing the left stick, it'll bring up the controller or the panel. I'm going to go down here and climb the... so I don't have to refuel it.
Can't click any buttons.
Can't click any buttons on what? More specific. Use your mouse. Your mouse will still work in VR. If you mean on the panel buttons, on the menu, just use your mouse. The mouse will still work in VR.
It's working.
Yes. Took me a second to register what you were saying. I'm thinking, click what button? That dawned on me.
But I need to use your settings. The window is small and not immersive.
The window is small. Okay, first thing you want to do. What do you have the game resolution set at? Make sure it's at least. Wow, it's not going to let me respawn it. Huh. I'll put it on the pad, then I'll respawn it. Make sure you're running
1440.
Okay, that's a little high, but you probably don't have a custom resolution made. That's a little higher than you need to be, but that's okay. Okay, now bring up your Vortex panel now. In the first screen, it should say main settings. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, make sure it says immersive screen mode. Now all these you can play with later for personal preference. But set it on in play style, make sure it says immersive screen mode. There's three. There's cinema mode, there's full VR mode, and there's immersive screen mode. Just keep right clicking it until you get to immersive screen mode. Screen distant offset, the next line down, move it till it says 0.75.
Got it.
Okay, now that's all you need for now in those settings. Look for 3D reconstruction, be the next in line. It should say Z normal, it'll have Z normal, Z adaptive, and 3D geometry. Put it on Z adaptive.
This screen's matches mine.
Yes. And then 3D strength, turn it all the way up to 3. Well, how's it working? I'm just running around like a chicken. Or glitches. Station's got a lot of dead ends.
It's working, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, play with it. A lot of things are personal preference. Don't be afraid to play with the settings to get it exactly the way you know what you enjoy the most. The most 3D in the game will be if you run it in geometry mode. However, you'll take a big frame rate hit and the mobile glass doesn't work for whatever reason. At least it won't on my Rift S. It whites out as soon as I hit the mobile glass. It turns the screen white. Haven't been able to find a way to fix that. Used to not do it, but it does now. But it only does that in geometry mode. But Z Adaptive, running it this way, has quite a bit of 3D in it. It really looks pretty nice. But I'm going to get out of here for now. Like I say, any questions? Have any questions at all? Just leave a comment if you don't catch me on, and I will answer. But now that you have it running, like I say, just play with different settings and see what you come up with. That's how I learned how to use Vortex and get it to work and everything. Was experimentation. But you've got a good start now, a good basic setup.
Will do, thanks man.
No problem. Like I say, anytime you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Just leave a comment to me and I will answer it. So have fun with it. I like I say, I won't play it any other way anymore. I just love playing in VR. It's just so much fun. For me anyway. But we'll talk at you later. Thanks a lot for watching.